We've already explained how things have changed. We're now in a brand new interest rate environment, which has repercussions across the board. All of this stems from the $34 trillion of debt. That's increased 3.4 times just since 2008 with that financial crisis. $34 trillion. Hey, buckle up. It's going to $50 trillion before this decade is out. You know, you may look at me and you may say, oh, that's crazy. But I'll tell you, we did a COVID episode very early on. We had 20 trillion in debt, and I said, you'll blink your eyes and we'll be over 30 trillion. And that happened exactly like that. Look, I hate to admit it, but this has been Cassandra-like warnings, and we're going down this path. What are we going to do about it? The implications are huge. The implications for your family, but for our nation, for your state. All right, so I've got some answers. Number one, you're going to need to take a new investment approach. I wrote a book called Gameplan, and it outlined what it would be like when we face a coming cyber economic attack. In fact, it's Gameplan, How to Protect Yourself from the Coming Cyber Economic Attack. And I said, we're going to need a new approach. That book is almost 10 years old. It gave you 10 years of warning and preparation. We covered all those topics in it. And we need a new approach. You know, Jesus talked about not putting new wine in old wineskins. People want to say, well, we'll just go back to the tried and true. The stock market goes up, you know, over time, always goes up. Well, maybe not going forward. So what do you do about it? I'm not giving you investment advice. This show is not designed to give investment advice. But what we are designed to do is help you find good investment advice. You need to find an advisor. And I'm not telling you hire Joe Smith or Sally Jones. I'm telling you to find one who studied these topics, that's gone into detail understanding the interest rates, that realizes that things, you know, if they show you a chart and say, well, this is how it's worked for 100 years, hey, look, that may not be the right advisor for you. Why don't you find one who's looking forward and is listening and heeding some of these warnings? So that's what we're doing, is we're trying to help people find advisors, and we're training advisors to say, hey, I don't understand that, but I want to learn about it. So we started the National Security Investment Consultant Institute. That's our number one answer for this problem. We're training financial advisors at Liberty University and here at Liberty Hawk Ranch. You can learn more at nsic.org. 4 decades ago, when I started in this business, the great bull market began. But things have changed. Interest rates that hit rock bottom are now going back up. Now, your situation's unique. Maybe you need all stocks. Maybe you're younger and that makes sense for you. Maybe you need all bonds. Maybe you need alternative investments. How do you know? That's why you need professional advice. And I'm not giving it to you. What I am doing is telling you to find a good financial advisor. And if you're not confident in your financial advisor, send them to us for the NSIC training. There are always ways to make a profit. For example, artificial intelligence. People are looking at that and saying, hey, that is a new area. And we've actually done a seminar out here a whole week long where we train people about how artificial intelligence works. I didn't do it. I'm not an expert on AI. We brought an expert on AI and trained people. So that's our number one answer. Number two answer, we talk about it all the time on the show, is pirate money. Pirate money is an alternative monetary system that's personal, that you could select and say, I want to go personally on a gold standard or a silver standard. I don't want my money just in paper money. You know, it's a monopoly of the Federal Reserve to print money right now, so technically it's monopoly money, and it's being treated that way. And they're going to eliminate all of that money anyway and move us to central bank digital currency. You've heard all about that on this program. If you haven't, go back and watch some of our prior episodes. Read the battle plans. But we came up with an alternative based on the Constitution. Article 1, Section 10 says a state can make nothing other than gold and silver coins legal tender. We've shown you the technology that works. We've shown states actually model legislation that they can adopt in their state, and they could. Texas, we're working, actually 13 states we're working with that have shown interest. I'll be speaking to people in the Texas legislature and the governor's office. I'll be talking to the Florida legislature and the governor's office there. And then we had a big seminar here at Liberty Hawk Ranch. 13 states were represented. They're all interested in how do we give our citizens the opportunity to hold their money in gold and silver without fear of capital gains taxation, making it legal tender so we can kind of personally divest a little from the paper money system that's been set up and thrust upon us. the advantages are huge. They can protect you against inflation. They can give you an alternative monetary system. It can be state-based. It can protect your privacy against central bank digital currency intrusions. So if you haven't seen it, get the book, Pirate Money. It explains it all. It's a very easy read and explains start to finish. That's our number 2 answer here on how we're going to protect ourselves going forward.